figure say na okra.
Ade SSC had 10 billion a year. We've spent more than 25 billion.
So, they make it. Me see, a better than one who say Ade 25. We are financial expert.
What are you talking about?
Debbie, what's your
Many footballer by a bobo and a born.
Debbie, and the Kasa. Policy has been implemented.
Yeah, economy. How did we get to where we are today? What happened?
Oh, Captain, I think say it's very important. Say, who as a media person, you should know say economy. It depends on what you see, because you name him say it's an undeniable fact. Say
yeah, that's what I'm asking. How did we get here?
Any normal times, and the normal times in the sense say we are say we share baby economy. Wow, Papa J. Kufua, you admire so much. Took the economy, and the NPP government was the only political party. It took a bold initiative. After all the PNDC, NDC dimensions in managing the economy, Kufua was the only political leader who took a bold decision to take the country into a debt restructuring. It's very key and fundamental. Say, or do ya car, ya did dear from Ufuri pencil de Benin, ye beko, yakosre, ye dear kache. So Bekaya, during the early days of 2000, 2001, 2002, 2004, Kabebano, a Maya might be an Ghana, they do Kenina, no chassis, a Hunia Mobo, a Yesika Sem Che, Emma, Isika Sem chassis, say, Emma. A man might be chassis, my Sikadoso po, same family hobra. Sabreno. Ena, Oshe ya Ghana economy no, a chassis ejinane nanso. Ejinane nanso, na Ghana, dollar, any CD, a 1-to-1, meboa. Meboa, and I could you make no way, man.
Oh, that's it.
You have institutional memory, and I just want us to go along with that.
Yes,
1-to-1. Now share the rate of the banking sector. The way I would to one abe flow beji loan o minu sikasem no hihye ekoso at the time ana J Kufuor e free so na Ghana ye ka ye de was 9.33 billion Ghana cedis. Sasi Ghana na ye de ana J Kufuor, in fact ye hand over ma NDC for no Dr. Kwabena Dofo, the then governor, Ebejina Parliament, you can go and check. Say, Ghana, ye books, ye see some books, no ejina nimrani. Books are clean. Ye see some she so. In fact, the former president, John Mills, made the same pronunciation. Say, ye see some ejina ye. Now, ye see some at that time, ye books, no clean. From there, Mills Mahama administration from 2016 NPP taking over. Borrowing spree, a chassis. One government. From 2012 to 2016. Ye handing over my NPP. Now your debt, a balloon. 122 billion.
From 9.
Yes, 9.33.
To 122.
So work out the percentage.
Don't worry, to 122.
No, could you work out the percentage?
Whatever the percentage, I could do 122.
122
billion. From 9 to 122.
A percentage of 1,208%. It's very key, Kojo. 1,208%.
So from, me say your figures, right? 9.2 to 112.
Yes.
Right.
No, 122.
122, yenko.
Billion.
Tuaso.
Yes. And from there, no. Aban we zu bae yesu yenka se bi ya mebo kanibi ya bebo bosia ni bi asat 2022 there November no, the figures that I have, maybe you have a new figure which we can discuss about it, but it's about 577 billion. I know I'm talking about asat November 2022.
November 2022, the finance minister Kokan, but when IMF dealings started, say, more than 714, Monko. More than 714
billion. And we can justify why.
No, so therefore,
yes.
May I am in person comparison government to government, but I want us to look at the figures.
Yes, the figures.
From 9.2 to 122.
So say what figure do you have?
And then from 122 to 714 billion.
Okay. And I'll justify why.
You justify?
Yes.
Tell me.
I'll tell you.
I'm willing. I'm just ready for it.
Bosia bi aye bo bia no. Ehun susuanso ho.
Ewe hin.
Me say bosia bi aban bi abo bia. Ehun susuanso ho.
But is it not surprising? Because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia told us that with just 30 billion we will be able to solve every problem. Now from 122 billion to 714 billion. Our problems didn't solve it yet. We are still there.
Because we came from somewhere.
Where?
That is where, yes, let me show you something here.
Show me.
This is a government energy sector alone. They came, NDC, are buying. At the 3 years, signed 25 power purchase agreement.
Ni na can 122 no.
Debbie.
And I know see a different cost.
Say if you ho, a neighbor. So about Bosia interest was Bosia no a dania dollar no kotro eba forma ebeka.
That's right.
Inti so we are buying. Me ma example ko jo smart ti hey. Ni fie kakra kay si taifai.
Nsi taifai si Tantra Hills. Mini lumba
na me ba minimpa lumba me yo.
Mini lumba. And I was one crop be twa pictures.
There be me small bia man me.
Okay. Ombo.
Bia me twa picture. Me small bia man me twa picture. Me dey kura so da. Ana propaganda in bina we. Power purchase agreement. Kojo say otinifie midra general betua. Air conditions. We hear air conditions 3. But because kojo feel say media general betua ntino. No akọ order ni fie air conditions we hear 2. No akọ order 25.
Media general twem. Ti mo be twem. Ti yen koso. That's a power agreement.
Yen twem kojo.
Power producing agreement no.
Or pay.
So what did you do?
Or pay.
So what did
we are paying, and that is part of the debt.
I mean, it's part of the 122.
Kojo, balloon.
No, so it's part of the 122.
It's not part of it. Some of them is part of the old the debt.
Meaning that what do we call
interest 122?
But you have an interest on 714.
Kojo, the can say.
No, there's an interest on 122, and you have an interest on 714.
122.
And then interest on 714.
Balloon to that level.
That's right. But you have also balloon.
And I make your balloon no one I make your no. Say a cano power purchase agreement to override it. To a time we are paying for that.
But you are aware. You are aware, sir. And NDC no yes we corrupt. NDC yes we nyade. Mahama ye corrupt. Mahama to say, ministers to say, then the whole nation decided that 122 billion was enough. Mahama, get out.
Of course.
And the say, you guys will come and fix it. Why are you still blaming Mahama?
Koyo, we be blame because asema meka no so obetie me a obetiase. Be say power purchase agreement na o say no. It's roll over.
6 years in it. What have you done?
6 years. What do you want us to do? We are paying for it. The ordinary.
So if it is not good, deal with it.
We are dealing with it.
And it's so you
can't come and say Yaboka 700. That 700, almost 300 billion is from that recklessness.
Daddy,
yes,
Daddy,
I'm telling you. I am telling you.
No, there's nowhere. Listen, there's nowhere. No documents. Nothing shows.
That is what I'm showing to you.
No, let's get this straight. If you look at the energy sector, it's an area I've taken my time to read a little about.
And I'm also there.
From Rawlins's time, the energy sector, Rawlins left about $18.9 million debt. No, Jato ECG. No, maybe try me. No, me chawa there. Me can't from Rawlins.
All round. This power purchase agreement. How much one power purchase agreement is worth?
Answer na NPP J.Kufuor taking over from Rawlins. No. Power purchasing agreement 4 Nana Rawlins Ejato, 2 from China, 1 from Norway, 1 from UK. J.Kufuor said that look, these are the agreements signed by J.J. Rawlins to increase power generation. But if you look at it, Ghana, we don't need this one. We need this one. We don't need this one. We need that one. 2 of them were cancelled. A lot of people thought that you may incur judgment debt. But that time, former Dobe Kwabenya MP
led
the team yen tia judgment debt Michael Okwe what they are not to nchen a mo Jake Fosso kono don't forget there were 3 power purchasing agreements the same thing, 1 from Norway and 2 from China. Professor Mills also said that, okay, maybe, you let me finish so you can get what I want to tell you. Professor Mills also dealt with it. Then, Nana Dobayano, Namahama balloon, let me borrow your word, from 4 + 3, 7 to 22. 25.
Yes.
The balloon that.
Yes.
A Canada. All this put together, plus Rollins Seka, Kufuoka, Mills Besia, Onua Nkasa Mahamadini Nano, was 122 billion fixed. This is what the then Osafoma for Olidi front for the transition sign say a car Mahama Batu Ghana Honina, including Kwame Nkrumah time in 122 billion. Now Yekana Yediano, 714 billion. How did we get there?
And Nuna may try to explain to you that
okay,
you don't
explain.
get it.
My machine is down.
Because power purchase agreement, there are other interest. The amount that we used that was part of it, some of it was not added to it. Let me give you an example.
Tell me.
Car power project. When I was in Ghana Gas, I'm in Ghana Gas. Car power project, the agreement was signed. But every month, you believe, say, we're paying $50 million every month.
But for how many years?
Still we are paying.
No.
Because, Captain Mami,
it was signed for 6 months. It was renewed for another 6 months. You had the opportunity, time now, they are not expire October 2017. You could have said that, no, we don't want it. Why are you still keeping it?
No, there are clauses.
What's the clause?
Have you read the contract?
What's the clause?
Have you read the contract?
Tell the people the
clause. Of course. So, Mami Kwena,
okay, so tell us the clause.
Power purchase agreement, there are a lot involved. And so, we were forced to bring the car power to Eastern region because the fuel amount was almost about $120 million every year.
But you have renewed the contract.
No, what I'm saying
NPP
is that
renewed the contract.
We were looking. No,
you renewed the contract
because we were going to pay more.
No, you renewed the contract.
We were going to pay.
The contract was supposed to expire in 2 years.
Let me land.
16. Okay.
Because the American say.
But answer this one for me. Did you renew the contract or not?
I said American.
No, just answer yes or no and then we continue. You renewed the contract.
Of course. The point is that, listen, Captain.
Yes, sir.
The point is that there are a lot of clauses to do with that.
Okay.
And they say, power purchase, car power. They buy amount of money that we're paying for.
It's $50 million a month.
Yes.
Okay.
So we look at it from other angle. Yearly, we're paying almost about 120 million. We share the amount of crude now share gas. I be provide your guma. Is far 80% cheaper. The generator capacity I bet you push about 60 million scarves to the guma. It is giving us about 400 megawatts of electricity.
So it was a good thing.
It was a very good initiative because the clause in it, would have paid more in terms of money and transaction, contract cancellation, and all that.
So it was not a bad thing.
It was a good initiative because the initiative from the buyers, it was a white elephant.
But it was working.
It was working what? It wasn't working. It was sitting in Tema. It wasn't doing anything.
And why did you decide?
Because we were paying, whether we like it or not, we were paying that amount of money.
But contract you are. You can see a renewed contractor.
Insunsuansoni echire po a edi echire no eni insunsuansoni agreement ne wo mo
eti etwemu akebe ne kaka ne
but I cannot tell you here because it's too complicated. That's the point I'm making to you. Say gas
car power.
Listen, and I make sure say it is very fundamental. So betiasi say the government took a bold decision to bring the car power and they amaya 400 megawatts of electricity. I need abe support to your power grids. Ama and
that's a thing say
well, 400 megawatts is very.
That's a lot.
It's a very significant.
That's a lot.
In Tina na mechi ono. The tosu mienu. I say oti ase ani say. banking sector cleanup.
There be weird debt, you know. 740 not addressed.
I want to make a, and you want to maybe.
Okay, bruh.
Make a power sector take or pay.
Okay.
Key.
Then banking sector cleanup.
Billions, almost about 17 billion. And I no interest accrue to the level.
Ekano was 9.9 billion from the Bank of Ghana.
And your Bank of Ghana,
Bank of Ghana, they leading the cleanup exercise.
Purchase agreement first.
Okay, okay, what can banking sector I'm sorry, bro.
It was because why two?
No. That you see, when we know the figures.
No. I know you know the figures.
You are a journalist.
No, yeah, I will
you are a professional journalist.
Yes, of course, I will come and sit
and
here.
I'm a professional broadcaster.
Yes.
So when you know the figures, you can't sit quiet.
Captain, me say, Captain Banking's
okay.
The figures for the power purchase agreement. Mining.
Prosecute them.
I say the will of justice going slowly.
We have court on this.
Power purchase agreement, take or pay is there with Attorney General. Go and check.
So prosecute them.
Yes, so it's there.
You don't make noise into our ears.
No. It's
the
very important.
Keep telling us where you
no, they want
so deal with it.
Way, I'm a balloon debt in a high. Our residual. It's very important.
714 in the way. And you have business
interest. Amount of money roll over account.
Debbie.
Captain account. Debbie. Account. Very important.
Your principal. Yeah, Pacho. Yenye say, Pacho. Where there, Mr. Pacho. Where there, bro. Say, soft one day, Akobo Bessia. Yes, say, soft one day. The principal, say. Interest, say. From the documents, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta Kanye. Our parliament no Onua nenu muton
sa document no mama musa question or raise the issue of take or pay in it.
What's it?
Or raise the issue of
nyambotre. So be raise take or pay no. Say finance minister ntimi amfa kan wo de na wabon.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes, because when him say ka say da ho. Na wo hwe nyame anim de sie, wo de sie hwan.
Obi amfa sie.
Very good. And to the total Ono catch there and say, yeah, they cost 612 billion. Then I didn't say, call IMF. And IMF said, no, guys. Mon kofa koko syndicated loans na margin me no. Mon fa no socket ade no. Ken Ofori-Atta raise 2 bonds, $3 billion. Mon fa no so. We got to 714. And then the IMF is saying that Finance Minister Nsukra Kachen say interest in interest in Anton Chain. Say no, yen service interest in yenja principal and 714. That's what I'm asking you. You are not a finance minister anyway, but how did we get here from one?
That is the point I'm making now. Maka won't see.
Oh, betwasi.
Because take or pay agreement, you know. There are a lot involved in this.
Sad 25.
Yes. Because
so you are still paying for the 25?
Yes, of course.
What are they giving us?
Because most of the energy you 2 penny you use so far.
And
the rest of us, we are paying for it.
Why are you paying for it?
Because they sign an agreement.
Agreement for how many years?
Read
it. How many years?
Maybe first, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Don't worry, the first 5.
14,
I'll be fine with that one.
Maybe first 5. No. Send power. Almost signed the 6 June 2012 to proceed without any modification in timelines. No modification in timelines.
There were timelines, but no modification.
Yes, and that.
So what was the timeline and not any modification? We need to know the timeline without modification.
The extension and the agreement is supposed to be signed based on how much we've used or whether we've used or we have not used. We'll pay.
Yes. For how long before the modification?
This one 2012. 2012 to 2023.
Yes.
Maybe 2020. 2032. This one, 2032.
So this is the one we are using?
No, we are not using. This one, it's one of them that we are not using. Where we are not paying anything.
And they also not producing.
We are not using it.
But they're producing.
They are not producing.
What's the agreement?
There.
If you are not producing, I don't owe you. We
signed the agreement.
That's when you produce.
They sign.
Buy.
Whether they give it to us or they produce for us a take or pay. So
no, yes. So when they produce, you take. If you don't take what is being produced,
we still pay.
You still pay.
We still pay.
Now you are saying they are not producing. So why are we paying?
We are paying because they sign an agreement. Say you have contract. You pay energy. You pay. Then a more example.
Yeah. So it's take or pay.
That's what I'm saying. So now more example.
Are they giving us something to take?
Me more example. Me more first example.
Then your government is being reckless.
No. What's the recklessness?
Because this is a typical example. I am offering you these two things.
Mama mobile phone. Me my example.
So, no,
Captain.
You take or you pay me. Now I don't have this to offer you. Why are you still paying?
Listen, Mami chill.
Okay.
Me my example first.
Okay. All right.
So we feel say air conditioning will fee. I will be here too. Media general betua. Intino. Two now here.
But the back
Debbie. Kwa chile so we 25. Who the receipt aba?
That's right.
Meanwhile no we here. But what tia? You tia media general tia.
That's right.
Eka si ho.
Maakye say.
What fa generator ni si ho. And as what fa air conditioning su fee.
The what kind of say
air conditioning.
What kind of say foundation in correct because
foundation is correct.
Wona wo ba be si. Wo si wi a, wo si ni ye wo ka. Emom wo si wi a like send energy.
Waji
energy produce
waji aba o ma hihye o de bibia ma wo waji esi o so obehia
very good
what sign an agreement
that's right
abaye odia
that's right
sike wo mu ni nsunsuanso no eye wo asem
correct
whether o produce o man produce what sign agreement no o de o ma
that's not the agreement
that's what happened.
The agreement is simple. What kind of fair what's it take
listen
or pay?
Yes.
What is the take? The take in the send agreement is that as soon as the power is being generated, you should take it.
Exactly.
Or if it is produced now I'm a far, you will still pay. That's understandable. But are they producing?
They are. Some of them are producing.
Some
of
number
them
one.
are not producing.
Which of
some
them
are not producing? Amandi
is not producing. So we are not supposed to pay.
No. Listen, Captain. Me say, osi hwamu ne etua.
You're producing a
yes, and because Amandi is producing.
One.
This one is producing.
Which one?
Is producing.
Which one? How many?
Marinos is producing. Only two.
2 out of 25.
The rest we are paying.
Why?
Because we sign this in the clause. The agreement.
Even if they don't produce.
Me say it's in the clause.
Which clause?
It's in the clause in the contract.
Hold on. For we Maakye say Onua. It's a college. You na yenko kind send energy for contract. Simple.
Sign. It's very important. Can we continue?
Continue. Nanka obeko banking sector.
Yes.
Okay.
Captain, a very important says that recklessness that went on within the energy sector. A very key says here who say take or pay agreement, which was not paid for, which was not a amount of money that went in there. You call the next one. The next one, the banking sector. Banking sector no clean up a bar within the banking sector, Captain. Very important. I know so can sika no borrowing. I can say balloon borrowing amount of money that has been spent on the banking sector. Almost 1.2 million deposited sika. Ekoke dwemwa the economy at that time no na seka. Man sa anka Captain. Nka me no mienu ye sika e de akoto bank at that time. Anka etodwem, you have the figures already and you know what happened in the banking sector. The cleanup alone is part of the debt that you are talking about. How is it? Amount of money in it. That's
debt now you can hear business kobo.
Of course.
And every loan is specific.
Of course.
Banking cleanup exercise can for your time for document to be and parliament say me could clean a bank. Now me hear business say they are cleaning. There's no document.
Hold on.
Show me. There's no document.
Hold on. Finance Ministry.
Yes. So for business or they be cleaning bank. Can you grab a Western situation no?
Oh, why?
I am saying there's no document.
There's no document.
Can you for your time place anything before parliament?
It's part of the restructuring of the banking sector. It's part of the restructuring of the banking sector.
Yes.
It's part of it.
But
it's a part of the finance. So your debt in our accrue. The debt in our accrue is part of the restructuring of the banking sector. What do you have? What do you have?
You see.
What do you have?
Loans na yeje.
What do you have?
Senior, loans na yeje ewo. A mine crodos no. Loan ye de co parliamentar. Ye specific. Ye person ye de 100 million South Korea loan ekoye nsuo wo techima ye kogomu ayamforo ye de $3 million ekoye adwuma wa ha ye ko techima ye ko takwa ye ko bobikuma ye kwa ye de sika sei na ekoye adwuma bibia no adwuma ye de koye ni sika ne sha no. And I am saying there's no document in parliament second of right say ekobobisia ebe clean banks, so that cannot be part of the debt.
Document, what do you got documents now, Okra?
No, loan is loan. When you are going for a loan, 18
billion paid for the depositors. Where did that money come
from? Banking sector clean up in according to Baumia. When you're quoting 80 million, then Baumia is lying to us.
How much?
He said that initially the total was $6.4 billion Ghana cedis.
How many depositors?
Hold on. No.
How many depositors?
No, hold on.
And what is your proof? What document do you
He
have?
said it.
He's
the vice president.
No, where is the proof?
And then later it ballooned to 9.9 billion. And then when he went to parliament, he said that he used 25 million. How?
25 million or
billion.
18 billion. That's at the time.
No.
18 billion. 18 billion. What figures do you have?
Oh, say there no one. And then this paper not the lie.
It is say what is your point?
My point is that.
Let's go on. Yes, because there's a lot to talk about.
I bet we did just about 10 billion a year. You have spent 25 billion.
10 billion. What is your point? If
it is 9.9.
Debbie, what point in the say? Because maybe tell you.
Banking sector cleanup.
The cleanup.
Good. Granted.
First of all, let's establish this.
Okay.
Is it true? Say depositors or more bank? No musika sem atwachi. They needed to bail out the 1.2 depositors.
Okay.
Is it true or not?
1.2 million depositors. Fantastic.
Is it true or not? No.
Royal Bank.
No.
What can 1.2 million depositors? That is why Mr. Jackson a challenge say one person be our bank account or her, our bank account or her, our bank account. And also you are there. No, Tobo. I didn't know the ban here, but fine. 81.2 million depositors. Total, no, na yes saying.
Total of what?
Total money, na depositors, they are go bank, no, na yes saying.
Depositors, they are go bank.
Sika na what bank, no, yes saying.
Amount of money that the government
that is what the government is supposed to pay.
Between 18 billion to 25 billion.
Hold on.
Hold on. Between 18 billion to 25 billion.
No, that's not correct.
That figure said
that is why.
Figure said
that is why a finance minister Nankasa call if you go and check. Or call request for supplementary budget. Hold on. Let's get it right.
I hope we are not bundling with figures. We are not going to bundle with figures. The point that we are making is that it's very key and fundamental. Say, depositors, you buy two depositors, omusika akwe as at the time one.
Now when
the banking sector was not having any money.
Okay.
So, and you know that.
And you needed
at that time, we needed that money to bail them. 1.2 depositors.
So you needed how much to bail?
Between to save the banks? 18 billion to 25 billion.
I'm saying that, my dear brother. Then when you tell me it was 18, then I would doubt our vice president. I would doubt our finance minister.
To 25 billion.
No. So the finance minister and Baumia gave conflicting figures. Baumia said 5.9. Finance minister said 9.9.
That time that the restructuring was going on, and the finance minister making.
This was in 2019.
No, after the restructuring. At that time, the figures that you have. The figures that you have may be moving around. It depends on how. At that time, we see porno. I can't say no. And one seven American. Captain.
That time, we have a CBG about. CBG did the second year anniversary.
Bringing a report on financial transaction is very, very important.
And
Captain. Okay. Very important. So buy okay. Figure say na ukra. 25 billion. Me wa.
They bet me the 10 billion a year.
The book can say figure say na ukra.
Adia says the 10 billion a year. We've spent more than 25 billion.
So they make it. Me see a better no one who say Adia did 25. We a financial expert.
What are you talking about?
Debbie, what's your
me footballer by a bobo and a boy.
Debbie. And you men kasa. Adia pedi ti suro be hu no. Adia pedi wo ti form financial expert. No, Captain Debbie. And I disagree with you.
But me quoted the figure.
No. That and I make sure say e vary as we go along. Enti no de Captain Memfa no enya adwuma.